Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k17 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. This is Smackdown, and tonight we're going to see two men who simply do not like each other battle it out tonight. Hideo Itami, the newest man to Smackdown, he competes one-on-one against Chris Jericho. Jericho wants revenge on the attack. Itami wants revenge on the loss. Who will get their revenge? We'll find out tonight. This week on main event, we have Summer Rae going one-on-one with Paige. The Spirit Squad, Kenny and Mikey, they're up against the Vaudevillains. And Baron Corbin goes one-on-one with Fandango. So Summer Rae versus Paige. It'll be Paige with the victory. The Spirit Squad against the Vaudevillains. It's the Spirit Squad with the win. And Corbin versus Fandango. It is going to be Baron Corbin picking up a victory. This week on Smackdown, Randy Orton and Rhino, they battle it out again. Can Randy Orton get revenge on the loss last week? He wants to get that win back desperately. The Wyatt family, Bray and Eric, they're going to be up against the primetime players. Triple H will go one-on-one with Big Cass as they prepare for their big tag team rematch. Jericho versus Itami, the match we mentioned a moment ago. Itami wants his opportunity to get his hands on Jericho. It's been pretty brutal between the two in the last few weeks. We'll see it again here tonight. Sami Zayn goes one-on-one with Brock Lesnar in our main event. Sami Zayn meets Reigns at the pay-per-view. Lesnar has a title shot with Balor, who gets the upper hand heading in towards the big pay-per-view. Rhino does it again over Randy Orton, another win over the Viper. And it's going to be the Wyatt family with a win over the primetime players. We'll check in now with Triple H and Big Cass as they prepare for their tag team clash at the Payback pay-per-view. Let's take a look at it. So the two-time SmackDown Tag Team Champions Big Cass and Enzo are up against D-Generation X. What a match this will be. It is a rematch from WrestleMania and, of course, the SmackDown after WrestleMania. So this is the third encounter between the two teams, the final clash. And we'll find out which team will remain champions. Who will have the silverware heading out of the pay-per-view? Will it be this team, the legendary D-Generation X, Triple H, Shawn Michaels? What a team they are. A bit of a dream team coming back for one last big run. They won the championships at WrestleMania. They lost it just a week later, though, to Enzo and Cass. So their run, their dream was cut short. Can they get them back and get that dream back up and running? We'll see, but it's going to be very, very tough for them. And not only that, the pressure is on. And I'm not sure if you have read up on the website, ladies and gentlemen, but salary caps have been introduced to Universe Mode. There will be a video explaining further down the line, but on the website right now, BrendenPlayz.com, an article was released a few days ago discussing the new announcement about the salary cap enforcement, which means that our general managers now have the tough decisions. Who do they keep? Who do they cut to try and make sure that their roster is as competitive as it possibly can be? And we mention this because Shawn Michaels' contract expires at the Payback pay-per-view. Now, he's got a hefty contract, with each brand being allocated $10 million to spend among their entire roster. Shawn Michaels is taking up $400,000 of that. So Edge has to make the decision. Do I re-sign Shawn Michaels for that same value if he loses at Payback? Or do I let him go back to being the NXT general manager and look for someone else? That's the tough decision Edge has to make. If Shawn Michaels and Triple H don't get the win at Payback, will Shawn Michaels be finished? Well, I would have to say, in my opinion, you'd be crazy to probably keep him around. Yes, he is a legend, but obviously aging, he's got other commitments. It's difficult for him to kind of juggle both. If he can't remain at the top, then there's no real need to be paying him that type of money. That's just my opinion, but we'll have to wait and see what Edge decides. But Triple H and Shawn Michaels, the pressure will definitely be on, not only because of the championship matchup, but now the added inclusion of his contract expiring and the possibility of him being cut. Can you believe it? Shawn Michaels being cut from a roster? It is possible, and it could happen if D-Generation X do not pick up that victory at the Payback pay-per-view against Enzo and Cass. Right now, Triple H and Cass, perhaps the two enforcers of the group. Triple H, the Game, finally winning a championship with Shawn Michaels and his first championship here in Universe Mode. It was cut short, as we know, but it's a big moment for Triple H. He's been a man who has had many roles throughout Universe Mode, whether it be the authority, running the show, or managing some of the top talent, or transitioning into trying to become the world champion one last time. None of those seem to really last all that long or to work, especially transitioning into the singles competition. Didn't quite work out for Triple H. He found a bit of success though in this tag division with Shawn Michaels, and as you probably would, you've got Shawn Michaels in your corner, you're going to go pretty well most of the time. So Shawn Michaels and Triple H getting that big win. But if this is the end of DX, where does Triple H go from here? I mean, Triple H has tried to win one more world title. It hasn't worked out for him. What is next for Triple H? Does he take some time away? Does he try and go away and reevaluate, try and figure out some new strategies, get back in even better shape? I don't know. Or does he leave the tag division and go straight back after the World Championship that now, of course, Finn Balor now currently holds? So it's a new opponent for Triple H, someone he hasn't faced before. There's a chance that he may be able to get that win. But it's a tough assignment. Or maybe Triple H tries to get another authority figure role. Who knows what the future holds for Triple H, but right now we're focusing on Payback. And it's not all said and done for Triple H and Shawn Michaels. You know, I think personally they lost those tag titles because they had 3 matches in the 1 week. 3 very tough matches in the 1 week. And obviously, you're a veteran team, and someone like Shawn Michaels who's not used to competing in ring week in, week out, that can take an even further physical toll on your body and be even more difficult to come back and get yourself back in the ring and compete at the top level, especially with the tag titles on the line. So now they've had some time to rest up, had some time to prepare, figure out what went wrong in their match. Now is their best opportunity to win those championships back. And this is where they're going to be at their most dangerous. 2 veterans up against, well, 2 relatively still newcomers here to Universe Mode. You know, Enzo and Cass have only been on the main roster for about 6 months now. Plenty of success winning the tag titles twice, but they haven't held the championships for a long period of time. Their first reign only lasted 1 month. Now they're approaching 3 weeks into their second title reign. Are they going to be able to hang on to those championships for a long period of time, or will they once again fall to Triple H and Shawn Michaels at the Payback PPV and lose that tag team championships? It's going to be very tough. You know, once you lose a match, there's always a possibility that you can lose it again. Now, whilst Enzo and Cass will probably come into this one as the favourites and have the confidence, Triple H and Shawn Michaels have beaten them once before, and there's no reason why they can't beat him again. They beat him at WrestleMania when they were rested up, when they were ready. So now, I guess the question is, can they do it again? And I definitely think they're a huge chance, and I think even more pressure is on them now, obviously with Michaels' contract, as we said a moment ago. I definitely think they're going to be coming into that matchup all guns blazing, and we will see the Cerebral Assassin and the Heartbreak Kid at their absolute best, no doubt about that. Right now, Triple H is really taking it to Big Cass on the outside of the ring. Big Cass really struggling to get himself going here. Triple H able to get the upper hand. This is a tough matchup for Big Cass. Singles matches, Triple H obviously the better of the 2 quite comfortably. Shawn Michaels and Triple H, both absolute all-stars when it comes to singles competition, and when you put them together as a tag team, still just as good. Whereas Enzo and Cass, well, they're still trying to find their feet as singles superstars. Together, they're obviously a great team, 2-time tag team champions, but as singles, well, still a bit of relatively unknown how good they are. So this is a true test right now for Big Cass. Is he in the league of Triple H when it comes to singles competition? Going to be very tough to be in that league, but Big Cass trying to fight right now. Big Cass tried to grab a hold of Triple H. This time he manages to get him and takes him down. And now Big Cass attempting suplex. No, Triple H countering into the neck breaker. So just when Cass looks as though he's starting to get some momentum, he's shut down quickly by the game. But now an STO by Big Cass. You can see just a bit of a toll on the body right now, struggling to get any momentum going and really maintain this pace. Big boot though by Big Cass into the cover. Could be in here. Cass to beat Triple H here. Huge upset. No, a kick out. And with that, we will take a quick break in this match. We'll be back after this. At the Payback Pay-Per-View, a giant, a monster among men, Braun Strowman defends the Intercontinental Championship against the Swiss Superman Cesaro. Cesaro is challenging perhaps the baddest man in Universe Mode, the toughest opponent Cesaro has faced. Can he win back his Intercontinental Championship? It's going to be tough, but we'll find out at the Payback Pay-Per-View. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in this matchup. Big Cass and Triple H fighting it out again. Now slugging away with these big rights and lefts from both men. Triple H, though, getting the upper hand, and a big right hand sends Big Cass down. So as you just saw, Cesaro and Braun Strowman, that is for the Intercontinental Championship. And in the break, we saw Big Cass cut open with a big knee by Triple H. A spine buster, as you just saw there from Triple H as well. Big Cass, though, able to fight out and get back to his feet. But Big Cass suffered a nasty cut by a knee from Triple H. And now Big Cass could potentially be out of this matchup if he can't find something. He went for the big boot. Triple H able to avoid it this time. Before the commercial, as we saw, the big boot connected. This time Triple H avoids it. Triple H learning very quickly. Backbreaker there. So I was just about to mention, just like Strowman and Cesaro, there's more huge matches for Payback as well. Especially on the Smackdown side of things, of course, as we know, this tag team matchup right here will take place. But as well as that, later on tonight, we're going to see Sami Zayn in action against Braun Strowman. Both of those two are involved in two massive Payback matches. Triple H right now in the corner trying to pump himself up here. This is trouble for Big Cass. But of course, Sami Zayn one-on-one with Roman Reigns at Payback. And Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar one-on-one as well. That will be for the WWE Championship. And of course, with Reigns and Sami Zayn, we'll find out who gets that win and who potentially goes on to get a WWE Championship matchup later on. That is going to be a huge, huge matchup indeed. And not only that, the Women's Championship will be on the line. Nia Jax up against Charlotte in their third encounter, their third final encounter. It will be at Payback. It will be huge. The Women's Championship on the line. Plenty to look forward to at Payback, and it'll be coming your way this Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. UK time. Right now, Big Cass, though, trying to put Triple H away. He's picked him up here. Big Cass, though. Triple H with a counter and a shot to the back of the knee. Now Big Cass has a hold of Triple H with the East River Crossing. Big Cass now, the huge upset. He's going to knock off the game just before Payback. No, a kick out. Wow, Big Cass with one of his best moves. Thought he had Triple H beat. He tried the big boot, now the East River Crossing rather, and he just couldn't get the game down for 3. What more does he have to do? Triple H now up in the air. Big Cass, can he hang on? Big Cass showing a bit of his strength now, showing off a little bit, and connects with a suplex. This match is in the balance. Big Cass, if he finds something big now, he'll win it. Triple H has got to try and get in defense, survival mode, find a way to dig deep and get through this onslaught of offense. This might work. Here comes the pedigree, and Big Cass is out cold. Pedigree to Big Cass, and just like that, Triple H, well, I'm going to say steals it. I thought Big Cass was lining him up for the win. Triple H, though, able to fight through it and survive. Well, it was a battle. They took it to the outside early on. Then they came back in the ring. Big Cass, I thought, was going to do it. But Big Cass, at the end of the day, his best was not good enough to knock off Triple H. And DX will have the momentum heading in towards Payback as they look to win back those tag team titles. What a match it will be. Enzo and Cass versus Generation X. It will be coming to you live on BrendenPlayz. Of course, that's Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. UK time. So Triple H with a huge win over Big Cass. And, well, we don't know what his future will be beyond Generation X. If this is going to be their last hurrah, Triple H needs to make the most of it. He needs to get this win at Payback to keep Shawn Michaels, well, in a job. Keep him on Smackdown. Keep him inside this ring. Michaels' future is unknown. Triple H's future could be unknown as well. We'll see what the future has in store for them at the Payback pay-per-view and beyond. Big win here tonight, though, by Triple H over one half of the tag team champions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one of our featured contests tonight. It is Jericho versus Itami. Jericho approaching the ring right now, and these two, if you haven't seen it in the last few episodes of Smackdown, you've got to go back and watch it, because these two have been battling away week after week after week, getting in each other's way. First, it was Itami making his debut on SmackDown, his big grand debut after being drafted to SmackDown for a high contract, big money deal. He's on SmackDown. Edge gives him the opportunity to come up against a veteran, up against one of the absolute best in Chris Jericho. And Itami, well, he lost. He got beat by Jericho, and all of a sudden, Itami snapped, and he destroyed Chris Jericho. But it was last week where Chris Jericho got some revenge on Hideo. Now, we're going to see these two lock up. Itami and Jericho, we're going to finally see them in the ring and finish this once and for all. So this is a big match for Itami. He needs this win. He can't afford another loss like last time. He's going to have to pick things up and step it up. And then, wait a second, Jericho over the top of the rope. Lands on Itami, and he's not wasting any time. Jericho and Itami now, going after one another. Jericho starting things off early here. The referee not exactly thrilled. He's saying, get this in the ring now or I'll call it off. Jericho launches Itami over the barricade. Itami lands on the concrete, and that has got to hurt. He's back over the... Oh, gets met with an enziguri. Jericho's not wasting any time. He wants his payback early. He wants it now. Jericho launching Itami in the barricade again. And now it looks as though he's going to get him in the steel steps. The referee not exactly happy. I think this match could be called a no contest unless this one gets in the ring. Itami bounces off the ring now. Jericho and Itami beating the hell out of each other, but it's mainly being Jericho. Itami hasn't really been able to get the offense here tonight. Itami in the last few weeks has been able to, but so far no good here tonight for Itami. A couple of missed shots though. Jericho able to counter, and here comes Jericho again. Scoop slam, Itami's down. Jericho getting the better of Hideo here, and the veteran upstaging the newest member of the SmackDown roster again. Itami though, here comes some offense. Hideo's coming back. Gets Jericho over the top of the rope now. And hang on, big right hand there by Itami. What's he thinking here? Hideo suplexing Jericho onto the apron. That is going to hurt the hardest part of the ring. Itami utilizes it and takes Jericho down. And now Itami has him up. GTS! Jericho is out cold. He's been put to sleep. He's been cut. He's just in a bad way. The referee has called it off. Itami, though, gets the upper hand here tonight. And Jericho is down, trying desperately to get back to his feet. Forget about it, Jericho. It's over. Hideo Itami is getting out of here while he can. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your main event. We didn't get the match that we thought we were going to get earlier between Jericho and Itami, but we did get a huge brawl there. And I'm sure we will see those two finally fight it out one more time here on SmackDown the coming weeks. What a match that will be when it finally happens. I mean, that was an explosive encounter there. Jericho thought he was going to get the better of Itami, but at the end of the night, Hideo Itami can hold his head up high and know that he got his revenge again over Jericho tonight. Meanwhile, Sami Zayn approaching the ring right now. He is coming up against perhaps the hardest opponent he will ever face in his life. It is the former World Heavyweight Champion, Brock Lesnar. Lesnar, World Champion at WrestleMania. He lost it to Kevin Owens. He has said that he doesn't give a damn who is the champion as long as he gets what he wants, and that is a title, a world title. He doesn't care if it's the Universal or the WWE. He just wants to be the man. He wants the gold. He wants the richest prize, and he doesn't care if it's Owens or Balor. He wants that title, and tonight Sami Zayn is in that ring. In a very angry mood is Brock Lesnar, and Sami Zayn is in that ring, and he's going to have to try and find a way to stop this beast from perhaps really affecting his chances of walking out as the victor against Roman Reigns at Payback. What a match that is going to be between Reigns and Sami Zayn, because now, as we know, the winner will potentially earn a world title opportunity down the line and put themselves straight up as a #1 contender, depending on the results of that World Championship match between Lesnar and Balor. So that's a huge matchup there, and Sami Zayn has a chance to go really from no man's land on Raw, and likewise with Roman Reigns, two men who have really struggled on Raw. Edge has brought him over to Smackdown through the draft. He's given him big contracts, big opportunities, and now they've got the chance to really showcase that they are good enough to be in the main event on Smackdown and be a part of the World Championship scene. This is their chance. This is Sami Zayn's opportunity to come up against Brock Lesnar. If he can beat Brock Lesnar tonight, well, Sami Zayn, lock him in for a world title opportunity down the line right here, right now, because that will be the biggest win of Sami Zayn's career thus far, in a career that arguably has been pretty disappointing. We've been waiting for Sami Zayn to break through as a singles superstar and win singles championships, whether it be the, now the WWE Championship, which when it was originally on Raw, or of course the United States Championship when Sami Zayn was on Raw as well. But Sami Zayn, had some success in the tag division, but really none at all in the singles. So this is a new opportunity for Sami Zayn, and it looks as though Sami Zayn is a bit of a new man, despite losing to Roman Reigns a few weeks ago, and he's got a tough challenge here tonight against Brock. This is a real opportunity for Sami Zayn to show us just what he's all about. Can he finally get that big win that he's been looking for? Can he finally cement himself as a star here on SmackDown? There's a lot of big names here on SmackDown that haven't got the opportunity right now to be involved in the world title picture. And I'm, of course, mentioning the likes of a Randy Orton or a Dean Ambrose or even a Triple H, who's, of course, in the tag division. There's some big names waiting. Bray Wyatt. All want that opportunity, and Sami Zayn has that chance. If he blows it, well then potentially Sami Zayn is completely at the back of the line from all those guys I just mentioned. And that will be very tough for Zayn to get back in front of those, as now a frog splash lands on Lesnar, who's in the middle of the ring. Paul Heyman accompanying Brock Lesnar tonight. These two have now reaffirmed that alliance that we know is so deadly, that alliance that brought them the longest reigning WWE Championship reign in Universe Mode history. 8 months that championship reign lasted for, and that was back in Season 1 of Universe Mode. We're now in Season 4, so it was a long time ago now, 4 years ago, when Brock Lesnar won that championship and was dominating Raw like we've never seen before. Now Lesnar, fast forward, World Heavyweight Championship victory at TLC. He lost it again at WrestleMania. Twice Lesnar has lost the world title at WrestleMania now. Lesnar, look out, Sami Zayn! Attempted springboard kick, and it couldn't quite connect there. It's Lesnar able to avoid the attack. And Zayn, though, this time with a drop kick, and connects on Lesnar. That's what he was looking for a moment ago, but he couldn't quite get it. Zayn, now look out, Blue Thunder Bomb, yes, connecting! This could be it here for Zayn! He's got the shoulders down! Oh, and a kick out at 2. Near fall for Zayn, nearly gets it, and Heyman senses the situation here, looking to distract Sami Zayn and help his client out. And that is one of the reasons why Lesnar was able to remain champion for such a long time back in Season 1. And Lesnar, look out, hang on, F5 time! Well, Lesnar really hasn't got much offense in, but now he strikes with an F5. Zayn, though, he's close to the ropes. Referee, he's not enforcing the break, but Zayn getting the shoulder up. I think Zayn was underneath the ropes anyways. Referee not doing his job very well. I mean, if he wasn't underneath the ropes, he was damn close. Zayn, though, didn't really, wasn't really struck with much offense there. Lesnar just a desperation F5 and didn't quite get enough of it to put Sami Zayn away. And that is a true testament of Sami Zayn's will to win and his desire to once again get himself to the top. He's right there now. He does not want to lose his spot. He wants to remain in the hunt for that WWE Championship. Sporting with that suplex, launching Lesnar over the top of his head, and now Sami Zayn has a chance to put Lesnar away. Here is that cover, hooks that leg, could be it here for Sami Zayn. Can he get this win? No. Well, Lesnar won that championship, the World Heavyweight Championship, now currently the Universal Championship back at TLC. He held it to WrestleMania. And losing it to WrestleMania to his arch rival Kevin Owens Well, we've been told by Paul Heyman that it was an embarrassing loss for Brock Lesnar. He's frustrated. He's annoyed with himself. He knows that he made the same mistakes as he did back at Extreme Rules when they met for the first time. Lesnar knows that he is better than Kevin Owens. But for some reason, he just can't find a way to beat him. Paul Heyman wondering what is next for Lesnar, wondering if the change of champions will affect Brock Lesnar. If anything, Paul Heyman said to us that he's pretty confident Lesnar can beat Finn Balor. He believes that Kevin Owens is a better champion than Finn Balor in his opinion, which means that Lesnar probably is going to take Finn Balor a little lightly. And that could really cost him right there, because Lesnar, well, does he realize that Finn Balor has equaled his longest reigning WWE Championship record? And now Sami Zayn, we saw this earlier with Itami. This time it's Zayn using the suplex under the apron. Lesnar in big trouble again. What an opportunity this is for Zayn. I mean, he's really showcasing and giving it his absolute all. He's showcasing his skills right now. Big shot there to Lesnar. Just to finish that point up, Finn Balor at Payback will equal the longest reigning WWE Championship record of 8 months, which of course is the longest reigning world title record in Universe Mode history. Owens held the World Heavyweight or the Universal Championship for 8 months. Lesnar the WWE Championship for 8 months. Now Finn Balor for 8 months. Can someone finally break that 8-month barrier? Will it be Finn Balor to become the longest reigning WWE Champion and World Champion in Universe Mode history? What a moment that will be. What an accomplishment that will be. And he's beaten some of the absolute best to do it. Lesnar gets struck with a clothesline. And I've got to say, Sami Zayn here, he's all over Lesnar right now. Brock Lesnar just can't get going. Has Brock Lesnar, has he kind of pinned Sami Zayn to be a bit of an easy opponent tonight? Has he underestimated Sami Zayn? Because right now, Lesnar is not in this match at all. And I'm not sure what Lesnar's really doing. Sami Zayn just continues the offense and Lesnar can't find a way to counter it. Maybe Lesnar's trying to just get through this one here tonight. Get this win, get out of there as quick as he can to survive. Hang on. Sami Zayn, what's he doing? Oh, we've seen this plenty of times. Sami Zayn launching himself with a tornado DDT. Launching himself through the ropes in the corner. Strikes with a DDT, but Lesnar gets back to his feet. Sami Zayn, he is giving it his all. But he needs to make sure that he saves some for Roman Reigns at Payback. He doesn't want to give it all here tonight. He wants to have something left in the tank when it comes to his big match at Payback. Maybe this is Sami Zayn just trying to prove a point. He's got so many doubters right now. So many people believe Sami Zayn is a fish out of water. He doesn't belong in the main event scene here on Smackdown. Well, Sami Zayn's trying to prove that he does belong. He's got the cover now on Lesnar, but Lesnar kicks out again. Sami Zayn quickly realizing how difficult it is to beat Brock Lesnar. He's hit his best moves. All he needs to do is look for the haluva kick, and that will be his best moves all utilized. And Brock Lesnar still looks like he's going to survive this match comfortably. Sami Zayn just can't find anything to keep Lesnar down for that 3 count just yet. Lesnar, though, finally getting some counters in. He needs to get himself back in this match because he's struggling. Hit an F5 earlier on out of desperation and really didn't get a lot of it either. He connected with it, but not as much as intensity or power that we normally see from Lesnar. Still trying to recover from the beating that he took earlier in the matchup. Now Lesnar gets the shoulder up to Zayn. Well, now Lesnar gets a chance of a breather. He's got Zayn on his back looking up at the lights, trying to figure out what he needs to do now. This is the moment in the match that will, in my opinion, dictate the result. Does Sami Zayn find something, or will Lesnar counter it just like that? Be able to find that F5. Shrugs off Zayn again. Lesnar trying to grab a hold of Zayn. Oh, big right hand. Well, big slap, I should say, by Lesnar. Now into the suplex, using the gut-wrench suplex to full effect. And Sami Zayn, all of a sudden in some trouble. Lesnar has struggled to put Zayn away. He struggled to get any offense in on Zayn, but he has survived. And now Zayn has given it his all. But has he given too much? Without much success. The F5. And the storm awaits Payback when Lesnar challenges for the WWE Championship against Finn Balor. Lesnar wins tonight. Sami Zayn, I gotta say that is one of his best performances we've ever seen from him. He took Lesnar to the absolute limit, but Lesnar capitalized on a tiring, worn-out Sami Zayn by the end of it. Zayn had nothing left to give, and Lesnar capitalizes, takes advantage, and finds a way to pick up the win. Lesnar now, he is absolutely ready to go when we see Lesnar versus Balor at Payback. I would say Lesnar maybe held back a little bit in this one until the end. He realized that he's going to have to really step it up if he wants to win. It nearly cost him earlier on, but Lesnar gets this win. Heyman's happy. Lesnar's happy. Can Lesnar conquer the title reign of Finn Balor at Payback and stop him from breaking his record and become a 3-time world champion in the process? This is the biggest match for Finn Balor. It's the biggest risk, the biggest challenge of his reign so far. Well, speaking of, well, it's not a reign, but it's a reigns. It is Roman, and now Roman Reigns is coming to the ring. Well, Reigns, of course, meets Zayn at Payback, but why is he out here now? Roman Reigns, maybe he's here to pick up the pieces that Brock Lesnar has left him. Roman Reigns coming towards the ring, and Roman Reigns may be looking to send one last statement before Payback. This is not going to be good for Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn just went through a tough match with Lesnar, and now, hold on, Reigns and Lesnar lock eyes as Reigns now heads to the ring, coming for Sami Zayn. As you can see, not even on his feet yet. Lesnar did not look thrilled at all, and oh, a spear by Reigns! Come on! Zayn just went through a fight, he just went through a battle, and Reigns is coming here just to add insult to injury, picking up the pieces that Lesnar left him. And Zayn launched outside the ring. Reigns just couldn't help himself, could he? He just had to come here and have the last say, and hang on a second. Lesnar, he's coming back to the ring. Well, I don't think Brock Lesnar was exactly thrilled that Roman Reigns came here to upstage his win and take care of Zayn after Lesnar just beat him. Now, Lesnar and Reigns, these two could meet later on for the WWE Championship in the future. We're seeing a sneak peek now. Lesnar has a hold of Reigns though. He's got him up. There's one powerbomb. He's going for all three. Lesnar's pissed off that Reigns is taking care of Zayn when it was Lesnar who did all the work. Reigns wants the glory. Lesnar now looking to hit the F5 to Reigns. Roman Reigns, that's what you get for meddling with Brock Lesnar's business. Lesnar strikes with an F5, and if that is not a message to Finn Balor, I don't know what is. The top two contenders laid out by the contender, the beast. It's Brock Lesnar, Finn Balor at Payback, and it's for the WWE Championship. Lesnar sending a massive statement. Finn Balor better be at his absolute best, or that record reign is coming to an end. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us for more Universe Mode. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like on this video. Subscribe to see Payback coming away soon. One more episode to go. Of course, it will be NXT. Make sure you check that one out. Check out the website, BrendenPlayz.com, and have a look at the new salary cap for Universe Mode. The Raw salary cap has been announced. Smackdowns will be coming very, very soon. So you can take a look at everyone who is contracted on Raw and who you can expect to see pop up on the Raw brand and how much each and every one of them are getting paid out of that $10 million. It's new, it's different, and it'll take some getting used to, but we'll explain it as the episodes go on. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next video.